is a difference though, and it's just that the things in BFA, for example, they simulate gambling, and I think the issue is that these companies, they see how addictive gambling is, and then they create games that are designed to simulate that experience that a person has whenever they gamble.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Places,
so after
everyone.
this, I'm gonna get in call with Rich, okay? And we're gonna figure it out. You can promote gambling with death rolls. Well, that's because you're gambling with a currency that's not really exchangeable for money. Like, you can't really sell gold for money, and that's why I think death rolling is okay. I think gambling can be fun if it's done with currency that's not translatable to real life. But you can with tokens. Well, no, not really. I mean, like, so I knew you guys would say that. So you can take real life money and put it into gold, but you can't take gold and put it into real life money, except for BattleNet balance. That's about it. And that's really what the difference is for me. So I feel like that is a difference. And yes, you can. How can you do that?
30 seconds to go.
A new trajectory.
There are 15 sites where you can do it. Well, yeah, if you do it illegally, sure, but it's not something that you're supposed to do. Like, it's not a legal behavior. Go ahead.
Yes.
What?
You were gonna say something?
Well, I was gonna ask.
Well, you can get Rich's
blood, and that is how things.
Are you saying I can be on I can be on Allcraft?
Time for target practice.
Play your cards right now.
Oh!
AAA game companies are dens of roaches that need flushing out. Screw them.
Big real, so true. There it is. So, yeah, I think like the more the closer to real money it is, like, to me, I feel like it's not illegal. It's against TOS. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It's like breaking TOS to do it, and that's really what I dislike about why I think the death rolling is okay. But also, I think that's also pretty borderline. Like, gambling content can be fun, and if it was with real life money, I wouldn't do it. And bending lottery, yeah. And most of the I've heard McConnell in years. Yo, relax, man. Anyway, this video was really, really good. So 1 second, let me go ahead and get in call with Rich. And give me a second.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Hey, I'm on stream. What's up, dude?
Oh, say, can you
see
by the sunlight what's so proudly we have and that's why who's been trying to
My spotter
Perfect, bitch.
My spotter.
Yo, Preacher's just in the shower.
Oh, really?
He said, we go in 25, yeah? It's the time zone thing.
Oh, is he good to go in 25 minutes from now?
He said we go in 25, yeah. I'm gonna say, okay. Is that okay? We'll just do it in 25 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sounds good. We're ready whenever.
All right, I'll go ahead. I'll watch one more video, and then we'll move on. Sound good?
Man, everything's fine with me, man.
All right, awesome. I was worried that so we were worried since we had to reschedule. We were worried that we didn't communicate that to Creek, but he is here, so he's gonna take a shower, gentlemen, and then we're gonna move the fuck on. Okay? Watch the Belly video.
I mean, dude, like, I can say this from experience now. You know how it is. Like, it doesn't take that long to take a shower in the balls. So I'm sure we'll be ready any second.
Dyer's courier has made its final delivery.
Yep.
All right, I think this is the one that people want me to look at here. Yeah, this is it.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Warcraft lore. This is a pretty exciting one. So, Shadows Rising, the prequel novel to the Shadowlands expansion, isn't even out yet, but it's already giving us some pretty damn big lore revelations. Anduin has disappeared, and High Exarch Tyranian has been put in place, both as commander of the Alliance forces and as the steward of Stormwind's throne. And
wait, what?
Shoot him up.
Wait, when?
Tyranian?
When did that happen?
Yes.
Bro, what? That guy just got here.
Well, to be fair, he's like 1,000 years old, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So he's pretty experienced.
Wait, what did I miss? I went to get a beer.
The Tyranian's the fucking king of the Stormwind, man, because Anduin's in jail. Sylvanas put him in simp jail.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I hate Anduin. Dude, Tyranian's, like, but Tyranian's such a bitch, man. He's such
Was he a bitch?
He's a
How
bitch.
is
Dude. He's a bitch. How do you
How
mean?
is he a
How's he a
bitch?
bitch, dude? Like, imagine you fucking take a sword to somebody and
The
stabs it
one
with his
You're
hand.
one example. You're one example that is from a guy that is currently jailing Sargeras, who is a fucking goddamn titan. So yeah, your example's a little skewed here, okay?
Odin's not
Don't be
Sargeras. Odin's like a mosquito to Sargeras.
Yes, he is. Oh,
Radiant's gone and
shit.
fortified their structures.
Okay, let me get the rest of this. Anduin's a bitch. Tyranian's a simp.
Run
He
and
was a
gun.
simp too, because that Naru
Wait,
was
how's he a simp?
female.
Spotted.
Because Illidan was attacking a female, and Tyranian defended her, which makes him a
Full
simp.
bore.
Oh, true.
yes, this in a way is an escalation of the Light's direct involvement in our affairs, but there's even more, because we have the appearance of Kalia Menethil in the Shadowlands introductory quest line, where she was attending a meeting, essentially of Horde leaders, which kind of points to her actually being the de facto leader of the Forsaken.
I feel like that's
These characters
obvious.
have one massive trait in common, and that is devotion to
Flames
the
will
light,
spread
and that is
bright.
something that we actually should be very, very suspicious of, because beyond even that devotion, they have both been irrevocably changed by the light in terms of what they are. And most shockingly of all, well, listen to this whisper from Il'gynoth.
The Golden One claims a vacant throne.
They're meaning to smash that bottom tower of yours.
Oh,
Wait, is he the golden one? Wait, wasn't the golden one? Wasn't that?
yeah.
You remember the whole thing with the golden one, where it's like the chosen one, the prophecy thing,
No,
and
I don't know
everybody
that
thought, and then everybody thought that it was Anduin, and they're like, oh no, it's not Anduin, maybe it's Illidan.
Wait, you think it's Tyranian?
Your mid tower's in a bit of a bind.
The crown of light will bring only darkness.
Yes, especially for Tyranian,
That's not
that
good.
whisper entirely fits the narrative that is taking place.
Wow.
And these commonalities actually cross the faction boundaries. There's a big light
Wow.
person for Alliance and Horde, and it might actually be a bit of a confirmation of our speculations on a post-Shadowlands world, one in which Yrel and the Light Mother, having completely dominated Draenor, well,
A moment of
told
silence
their
for the Dyer's
dogmatic
courier.
will on Azeroth.
I don't think
All
so.
faith in the bondage of the light.
I don't think they should involve Yrel at all. I think that's just too unnecessary. Like, it was fan fiction, and let's keep it that way.
Sure would be a pretty damn cool team. So with that in mind, we're going to explore the more grounded political consequences for these characters before diving into the implications of Il'gynoth's whispers actually coming true. And man, much like the real world, those whispers sure would drive you mad, and well...
Man, like, okay, so if Il'gynoth can predict the future, how does he just not tell fucking, like, why does he not just, like, tell N'Zoth,
Yes.
like, listen, bro, they're gonna get you, man?
Aha.
That's not how future telling works.
Yeah, like, why does he tell? He's like, they're gonna get you. Like, we gotta fucking, like, don't invade Azeroth. They're gonna get you with this dagger, man. Like, yeah, they already did. Well, he should have listened, man.
That's where today's sponsor, Skillshare, actually can come in and help you out. Now, I don't know about
That
you,
ought to
but
help
there's
with
been
those sneaks.
so much stuff going on. June has been crazy that my
Very
attention
true.
has been incredibly fragmented. I've been a lot less productive. So today I've got a Skillshare pick that you're going to find really handy. And the first 1,000 of you to click will get 2 months of Skillshare Premium for free. And
How about that?
It's only $10 a month. They are the ultimate learning platform for creatives, and I want you to hit up this productivity piece from Kevin Siskar. It is all focused on mental attention. Now, with Twitter existing, work being busy, and having a bit of a ongoing personal health saga, my mental attention has been, well, the thing that's actually needed a bunch of work.
Yeah.
And this, I think, is going to give you really good concepts
good.
that can actually be very
That's
actionable, that you can actually go and act on and improve things for yourself. And
Hey.
I think those concepts are important now more so than ever. So hit up that. Now you'll get 2 months for free.
I've used Skillshare
below, so
I learned
check
a
it
lot.
out. A big thanks to
Yeah,
Skillshare
one of the
for
things I
sticking
learned
with
is
us
that
through
if
all
you
of
link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you get a free sub every single month. I learned that on Skillshare. You get a free thing called Twitch Prime. I never would have known if I didn't do it, but now I
bottom
like, click on
tower
stuff
ain't
like all
long
the
for
time.
this
I just
world.
double check to see if I have the free sub. Then I click it, and I'm like, wow, I just got all these incredible emotes, and I supported one of my favorite content creators for absolutely free. I learned that on Skillshare, which is also free if you use Valueless link. Twitch Prime, bitch. Twitch Prime.
Run and gun.
There it is. Oh, we got at least like 5 of them out of that. That's good enough. Thank you.
this being a fantastic partner. And with that said, let's get stuck straight into the lore. The Wolf had a pretty rough time over the last few expansions.
Yeah, they did.
Speaking, skipping from one war chief to the next, whilst the Alliance juggernaut just kept on rolling.
Because we're the best.
Even when Taronda and Gen disagreed with Anduin on direction, well, they still did get the job done.
Yeah.
Well, the Horde's likely going to be a lot better now, right? They've got their new council bringing about a lot of just long-needed stability. But the Alliance, on the other hand, well, they have let their divisions fester, and without peacemakers like Anduin, who has mysteriously disappeared, we'll find out why in the Shadowlands intro, well, we can only imagine the underlying tensions in the Alliance that could explode. And we were promised this in a Patch 8.2 Polygon interview that reports that the Alliance, quote, don't have the same division in their ranks just yet. Well, yet is now, and we are seeing the first butterfly effect ripples that may actually tear up part of the Alliance political structure. So, this is how it shaped up. Anduin has disappeared. We don't really know exactly how or why, but
the other fella's top tower had a little
Shadowlands.
accident.
Remember, we rescued him, so we know where Anduin went. It's not like it's a big fucking surprise. Because we watched that, we did that on stream. Absolutely fucking crazy. Like, yeah, it's kind of hard for video games to do very well. I think that's definitely true, man.
But Tauralian has actually taken up his responsibilities as steward and as basically the commander of the armed forces, and not everyone is happy about it.
Yeah,
in the
course
novel,
not.
Shadows Rising, at least in the excerpts, Gen has his oppositions, but more interestingly, Matthias Shaw, leader of SI7, has his doubts. Now, we don't know how deeply those run, as he only recommends that Gen should instead be steward of the throne.
Well, of course he should, because Gin has been there. Tauralian's been gone, man. He's been gone forever. He's got no fucking idea what's going on. It's just some weird-ass yellow dude in a banana suit comes in, and he's like, hey! I'm in charge now.
Are you a big fan of Gen?
Well,
That top tower of yours ain't doing so good.
That's cool.
Have fun trying to bust down radio structures now.
Holy shit, what a connection, dude.
Your top tower's hurting.
50K people now know.
But it would mean a Stormwind native and a pillar of the intelligence
That top
community
tower of
is not
yours ain't
happy
doing
who's
so
going to be
good.
running the place. Now, Shaw also, of course, has the backing of SI7, one of the most powerful secretive organizations in the Alliance.
Your mid tower
It's a
needs
CIA.
help.
So what might make Matthias Shaw? Well, I do think he's got the Alliance's best interests at heart, but maybe in a more of an ends justify the means clandestine sort of way. I mean, if you think about Matthias, like, that guy has been at the center of some of the most intense conflicts, and
Yeah,
he
he's
really has
always
seen
involved.
what people, I would say, like Tauralian, ideologues, can do in the heat of the moment. And I think that Matthias fears, as I do, that Tauralian should become dogmatic, and that in the course of
fucking is. He's a paladin, man.
Yes.
Like, that's what paladins do.
Of his stewardship,
What'd he say?
he may reflexively make decisions that would lead to the death or
Your bottom
enslavement
tower's
of
in a
innocent
tight
people, all
spot.
because he would be blinded by
As
the
you
light.
say.
And this Zira, right, brand of dogmatism, that's what
Yep.
he signed up for. He was
Snake
in the
hunt.
Army of Light, and he is now on the throne of Stormwind.
Relic of the Old
Zira
Alliance.
was not good, and when
at this.
Illidan freed himself, Turalian
Watch this, dude. Wakala, dude. This is your dude, man. Watch this.
Holy
tried to kill
fuck.
him.
Literally the only example of anything Turalian has done in game.
Exactly.
It's the only thing he's ever done. How the
Into
fuck?
the breach.
How powerful do you think he is? Like, you have no clue. Just because
Yes?
Illidan was like the Blizzard's fucking, you know, goddamn savior. Okay, and then
Paladin, that was Turalian's auto attack, man.
you're so fucking stupid.
Dude, in
Going
McConnell's
clear,
defense, there are
Yeah.
like two camps,
Yes.
I feel like, internally at Blizzard as far as lore goes.
Yeah.
There are Sylvanas
Run and
simps,
gun.
and there are Illidan simps. And it screws up all the other characters.
I can actually agree with that.
Aha.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, neutral.
So if we ever are to face an antagonistic light,
Yeah.
I really do have to wonder if Turalian is going to be the best
Your top
man
tower's
to
hurting.
lead that counter attack.
Look at that.
Whereas at least somebody like Anduin, perhaps when he's a big man for the light, maybe will be just a little bit more wise to what
I feel like Anduin is too much of a good character and it's boring.
could go wrong. Okay, let's move on from our walking chandelier wannabe
top
to
tower's getting
a
all banged
man
up.
who has been more active than Turalian recently. Already aware of the tensions that are simmering in Lordaeron. It's been the opposite of the things we've enjoyed covering the most. We have
bad
not,
for your top
however, expected Kalia to so quickly seem to take on a prominent role in Port Affairs.
Yeah,
now,
just
this
showed up.
view
Your top tower's got
when he said meeting Port Legion during the Shadowland introductory quest line. Now, this kind of does suggest see is just
Too
the fact
bad
that
about
we
your
were
top
doing
tower.
at least right now, right? The only other good info that we
all owe a life to
right? This is from the Alliance perspective, and we see that Thalyssra and Valera are both friendly, that Volcan and Lorthamar are both hostile, but that Kalia is neutral.
that's
and
really
you can kind of
interesting.
understand why there, but is this a signal of maybe a
Give it.
broader role the Forsaken could be like playing going forward, or does it just reflect Kalia's ambitions as a peacemaker sort of character?
Probably a
Questions
bit of
aside,
both.
I'm also worried
why
that
this is-
Kalia could endorse a light invasion. It could be conflicted, right? And maybe he would refuse to take decisive action. At the end of the day, we do know that the light is actually what has
They should have made Illidan in charge of the Alliance.
Shrapnel. Yeah.
That would be fucking badass, man. He'd just be taken out, man. Yeah, take Illidan in charge.
The other fellas lost the mid tower. They'll feel that in the morning.
be in a state of undeath, and you just have to wonder, could she be a sleeper cell? Could she just have some sort of
sleeper
bias towards
cell.
the light? If it was to do something evil, she, being a being formed of the light in her new state, would she really be objective? Something ominous is coming for our post-Shadowlands world. I mean, it's World of Warcraft, of course it is. But now that we can align Turalian, the Golden One, with the vacant throne of Stormwind, the Milgonon's Whispers,
Radiant's
we
couriers
already
are
know
gonna-
what the light that brings the darkness is. And this could not fit Il'gynoth's Whisper more clearly. But then I wonder, is this literal darkness and the coming of the void, or is this more a conceptual darkness, right? Signaling strife coming from within the faction? Or that the light will actually take on an aspect so sinister that we could really call it nothing but darkness. If this prophecy of Il'gynoth
shit.
continues to play out, then it certainly
As I said, I think they should just keep Yrel out of the story. There's
Radiant's
no
toughened
reason to
up
even
their
think about it
structures.
or worry about it. Just get her out of there. It's a bullshit character, and I don't want to see it. Like, the only thing that I like about Yrel is the fact that she's hot. And that's literally it. Like, I don't even care about, I don't even know what she says. I don't know what she has to do with it. I don't know anything to it.
You and I are the perfect sexual
Run and gun.
species.
They are. Like, I've thought about this a lot. They absolutely are.
Seatbelt, traction, handle.
Into the
Man.
breach.
Yeah. And yeah, it's fucking insane. And then, like, even the Draenei males, like, imagine that tentacle beard.
Oh, I don't have to. I have, but I already have, right? Like, I don't have to right now, you know?
According to our belief that the light will fire the first shots in a cosmic conflict.
Yeah.
Blizzard have been building this since let's consider for a minute some of the implications that these two characters have. Initially, my thoughts sort of around you would expect to see Blizzard seeding Void characters sort of aligned to both factions in the same manner as light characters like what they established within our intro quest line. That would bring more depth and moral ambiguity to the conflict, such that players are, split both along faction and cosmological lines. I think this conflict is coming, and Illyria could be a part of that as a more Void character, but I think we need just think a little bit more before there's a full light versus Void conflict. And if that wasn't
Radiant's courier
it would take several expansions to set up a war of that magnitude. But then I think if you consider the fact that we've got a character with a bias towards the light in prominent positions on both characters, then it makes a light-ish expansion, I think, more likely. I mean, you've got the Light Mother, Urel's boss. She could just come through the Dark Portal. If that happened, what would Tyranian's position be?
Put her back.
Would he swear the entire might of the Alliance to the cause of that invading narrative? I mean, if you think about it, his Lightforged certainly did swear themselves behind the Alliance. So
I feel like Tyranian has been a bit of character development that's happened, because you think about Tyranian, right? He starts off as like just this then just right in front of him, he has his boss, basically. And then his girlfriend turns emo. Like, there's gotta be a point where Tyranian feels like, hey, you know what? Maybe there's more to this light and dark thing than what I thought.
The other fella's bottom
And by
tower's
the way,
done
gentlemen, we
for.
are doing all craft right after this. Just so everybody knows. We're doing all craft right after this, and we just have to get ready.
Logic making him swear us the Alliance to this new army of the light. Like the one that we know exists over there in AU Draenor. Really, I think this will be the dilemma that Tyranian faces during his time as steward of the throne. Do his loyalties lie with humanity and the Alliance, or with Zira, alternate universe,
That's a really
course,
good,
and the army of the light?
That's really
Will
good.
the light taking Sun and Grom Hellscream in fact be Tyranian's ally? And in a similar way, Kalia will be challenged by these events. These are characters who will be the lens through which we, the players, are looking at this, through which we're conflicted. That we've taken the light as a benign force of good for so long.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the good guys.
Now it's obviously got the chance to come and put us in chains, and that's really where it's time for us to extrapolate these facts into a post-Shadowlands Azeroth.
That's
the fact,
not good.
of course, being we've got these two characters and the Whisper of Il'gynoth. There will be tension.
If Il'gynoth can predict the future, why hasn't he told you whenever you get the mailbox?
Sure is shooting.
Around alignment with the light. Tyranian will initially see any aggression from the light. We'll sort of see the light's point. And many members of the Alliance, who of course have close spiritual relationships with the light, they're likely to jump ship as well. I think that because the light will be directly threatening our liberty, though, that we will eventually work out how to align both a belief in the light and then an opposition to the army of the light. So the thing and then the political organization. Now this is something that Tyranian has faced
it's a
before,
discard
when he
crusade.
actually had to accept
Let's
Illyria's
have a go at
imprisonment
it.
by Zero. Then of course, we made him realize how irrational he was. So, in any future storyline, she will be the Light Mother's foil, giving Tyranian a way to rationalize resistance to the light. And then their son, Arator, of course, will also play into this, representing a balance
Isn't he
between
supposed to
the
die?
destructive cosmic forces. Unless, of course,
This
the
sounds
Light Mother
cool.
takes him.
Yeah,
Now,
this
turning
sounds
to
cool.
the Horde,
Tally ho!
They're meaning to
they've
smash
got
that bottom
natural
tower
opposition
of
to
yours.
tyranny just
No
built
breaking
into their
down the
DNA,
radiant structures
so
like
they'll be
this.
natural enemies to the light.
Mm-hmm.
Kalia could be an
Might want
outlaw.
to check your
guys
bottom
are-
tower.
There could be some drama there. But what will happen if Urel brought the light horde through the dark portal, maybe even led by High Exarch
The other
Hellscream,
fellas
the
aiming
son
to
of
wreck your
Gromagor,
bottom
who we
tower.
know exists? I I mean, there'll be Jammer,
Your
Kelly,
bottom
otherwise
tower
it'll be
is
a united
toast.
front with the
Well,
Mag
that's
being
unfortunate.
absolutely
Alright.
thirsty for vengeance.
Fuck
I think
yeah,
it'll be
dude.
pretty damn metal, I'll say that much.
Or not
Now, to wrap this
Garrosh.
together,
Garrosh.
we can conclude from a recent interview with Steve Zanuza that we're not going to see the Forsaken storyline advance too much in the Shadowlands. He said that it, quote, takes time for things like that to play out. So there's that. Now,
Yeah.
we can also put
Yeah, they've had
Rebellion
enough
and the Fate of
bullshit.
Stormwind in this same category. I think they're going to be establishing it in Shadows Rising in some parts of the game, but then those characters will largely be left to their own devices while we go and advance in Shadowlands.
Yeah,
It
it's
will
good
be
to focus on
interesting to see the
stuff.
state of the world upon our return, but beyond just the state of the world, well, the breadcrumbs of these two characters that they're leaving, they are huge in terms of their cosmological import. How these characters are aligned. They might even preface some sort of invasion of the light, one that I think we're not quite prepared for. And I think that's something a lot of people will be sort of skeptical of, which I think actually proves
Radiant's toughened
Blizzard's
up their
point.
structures.
I think Blizzard
Your
actually
mid-tower's
took a
coming
massive
apart.
move when they said in that Magcar introductory quest line, hey, by the way, the light can be pretty darn evil, because the light...
Yeah, I think that was definitely a good move for them because it just creates more villains and like more angles in the future.
Hate to be your mid-tower right about now.
Majestic, just wash over Draenor, right? If you did not submit, you were killed. That is how it worked in AU Draenor.
Your
That's how
mid-tower's
badly
done
it went,
for.
even though Yrel was supposedly this very noble, virtuous character. Now,
went
they
crazy.
did that, this outward aggression from the light. They did that right after, in patch 8 or 7.3 of Legion, they showed the light being morally ambiguous. So they showed ambiguity, then they showed direct aggression, and they just keep on teasing those things. You then have that whisper of those. I mean, a lot of people, I think, aren't going to know that this is coming because the light has been such a good thing for so long. But come on, Zalatat's calling the light long lost
All right,
brethren. We've got
carry
all the
on.
things we've mentioned, or the Naru long lost brethren, all the things we mentioned in today's video. I think it's pretty damn obvious that this is going to be going down. And that is it for this video. If you want to clear up some of that mental clutter, then go check out today's sponsor, Skillshare. You get 2 free
Yeah, that
months
was
with the
actually a
link
good
down
video.
below, so it's totally risk-free.
I kind
It's a
of
great
missed
platform.
the
They've
end
been a
because I
great
was
part-
stuck on. I was stuck on the thing with the Draenei.
Yeah.
Dude, have you ever thought about how weird it is for space aliens to have boobs? I kind of have a theory about it, right? Because, like, they're space lizards, and they have boobs. But boobs on Earth are
Both
for
teams biding their
mammals
time.
to feed their young. But in space, I imagine they have a whole different system for feeding their young, especially if it's based off like a lizard or a bird or something, right? Which means that they literally have a collection of adipose tissue on their chest just to mate with humans. That's their goal. Space creatures are trying to proliferate with humans. Why else would there be space?
You want to get everything ready for the call, and then I'll go ahead and just wrap everything up here.
Yeah, let's get ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and drop this, and then just go ahead and I will join just a minute, okay?
Should we add McConnell?
It'll fuck up the frames.
Yeah.
I don't know if McConnell will be on. We need to have McConnell. You gonna come on Allcraft one of these times and be a guest?
No, I'll see you guys later.
Okay. All right, so whenever Rich gets ready, we'll go ahead and we'll start this up. Do you think Odin's gonna come back? Do I think Odin's gonna? What's this guy giving me a present for? Have I been a good boy? What's the present for? 1 second here. What is this? What did I get? Wait, he gave me a thermal anvil. Oh, you guys didn't see it. Shit. Well, he gave me a thermal anvil, guys. See? See, it's right there. Yeah, you gave me a fucking thermal anvil. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do Allcraft, obviously. Now, after Allcraft, we're gonna do a short version of the after show. Obviously, we are a little bit late. Bit of miscommunication on our part, our bad. We are going to have Preach on here. Okay?
Yes.
And obviously, Preach is one of my favorite guests to have on Allcraft. He plays the game all the fucking time, has a lot of really great insight on it. We've watched a million of his videos. So now you guys are going to see him on Allcraft for now. Now, obviously, we'll have McConnell on another time, okay? We'll have him on McConnell on. I'll get him on, okay? Don't tell him that. We will get McConnell on eventually. We just have to butter him up and get him into willing to come on the show. It'll take a bit of time, but it'll happen.
Call of Duty. And I
what
just
up?
move it when this thing is.
This is the professional caster setup right here.
Yeah, I throw a blanket over the window.
It's so classy, honestly. You got your granddad shirt, your big fucking Texas mustache, and a towel over the window.
Oh, we're on,
hey,
by the way.
how's it going, bro?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Thanks for coming on the show, by the way. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Be very polite. People can hear us, right?
Wait.
Oh, yes, they can hear us.
This is way more polite than usual.
Yeah.
You got the new graphic, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm just, you know, behind just like all the time, everything. And so now we should have the graphic, right?
You just leaked my DMs, dude.
I don't think so, did I?
Yeah, you just leaked my DMs. I don't even know who they were to, man.
Oh, those are gonna be
Uh-oh.
They're about milk, space titties,
Yeah.
goat milk.
Let's have a go at it.
Okay. Let's see if we can get
I
this
sent
frame.
ads and like pictures of my bald spots
Yes.
and shit. Now they're just out on the internet.
Yeah, we got a new little
Spotted.
background here, courtesy of our sponsor party, and there we go.
Yeah.
How do you like
That
it?
looks, dude, that looks
Wow.
good,
That looks
right?
really good. Yeah.
So pretty.
They were like, hey, we made this for you if you want to use it. I think it looks really fucking good. Well, what's up, everybody? It's time for another episode of Allcraft, 4th of July edition. Very excited to be doing this. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun. As Asmund already mentioned, it would not be possible without our sponsor and party. We'll talk about them just a little bit. Thank you very much to them for making this new graphic and helping us out with a lot of the things that we are trying to get going on Allcraft. We're trying to do a lot of stuff. And party stuff and helping us out with all of that. You can actually check out everything with the app by taking a look at the link. And now let's jump into the show. We'll talk more about party in a little bit. Preach, we haven't had you on in maybe 3 months, something like that.
Which feels like a long time, right?
Yeah, for our show,
Yeah.
you're a
Feels
regular
like
here.
ages. How's it going, lads?
Line of
It's
sight.
going great, man. Doing great. How about you?
Are we all feeling okay?
Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like it's been a very trying month. I mean, especially for you. I know it's been trying for you to watch your thing about it. And I think that it's really, I think that we're going to come out of this stronger than we went into it. I do really think that way. So I think that's definitely a good thing.
I agree. We said, like, you know, we could have gone the route of locking everybody out, but that's not the way to go. That's not the way to go. We go forward.
No.
It was pretty. It was very cool what you did during the whole rectal thing. That was awesome. What you did.
Thank you
cool.
very much, man. It's actually such a shame to see somebody like that who's been such a prominent voice in the community. And I think the worst thing about it is that with rectal in particular.
All right, carry on. The wind of illusion.
Cool.
The other fella's bottom tower's gone good.
This camera that you guys are looking at me
Run and
right now
gun.
on was a suggestion of rectals for me. And to see that happen
My
is
spotter
a
guides
real
me.
fucking shame. But the one silver lining around this is that
This will
you know,
come
we
in
saw
handy.
those get-togethers, we saw those
Oh, boy.
memorials for him. And I don't know about you, Preach, but I believe this is the biggest in-game event that I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was incredible. Because I know we were talking in the background, because we had Allcraft books the same day. This isn't right. This is what the focus
Regeneration.
talk about, like, you know, Shadowlands and shit like that. Like what they're talking about.
Spotted.
So, looking around, I just watched it. Honestly, because I didn't know him. He knew me, and we knew each other. But it was at a time when they were doing things that I didn't want to be a part of, like on the stream. So it was kind of just a knowing nod to each other. when we saw
My
each other.
spotter
You know, like,
got
hey,
it.
Professional.
yeah, exactly. It was exactly the same. Exactly that. It was just, "Yo, how's it going?" And then we got on with that thing. And to see that response after all these years, it reminds you of like how many old heads are still around.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm sure there were quite a few people who were like, "I don't really get it, but I'm gonna join in anyway." But for the people who got that started, they knew exactly who he was. They knew where he came from, and as I put out, there's so many of us guys who are now streamers. We literally walked the path he paved. You know, people like him paved that path for us to go where we went.
You know, he was
So,
the one who
very big deal.
originated the donating thing.
Sure is shooting.
Yeah.
There are people who
I remember thinking it was a terrible idea at the time. So I was like, "Wow, that feels like, yeah." At the time, I was like, "That feels so cheap." Like it feels like you're ripping off your like your customers or your viewers or something like that, asking for extra. And then it was like, no, this is how this is going to work going forward because this is a fledgling industry.
I mean,
You know what I thought about it? I was like,
It's saying, like, it's hearing about it, it's like, what are you talking about? People are saying, why? Like, you know, when we didn't understand what streaming was. Yeah, so a lot of the dudes are still thinking, right? No, streaming, just sit and play video games. It's like, okay. You see how that goes, bro.
Yeah.
In an even bigger way, though, when you actually look at what Wreckful changed with streaming, I feel like he was really one of the first people to invite people into his life in a way that nobody else did. Like he really kind of led that path where it was more than just playing video games. It was like, this is Wreckful, you're part of my life, blah, 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 for better or worse. And that was something that I was always really attracted to with the content that he actually made. And I also will say, I think that every single time you hear somebody talk about Wreckful, even if they didn't know him super well, that story about the first time they met him, the things that you always hear is how kind and thoughtful he was and how intelligent he was. I remember the first time I met him was on
The other
4th of
fella's
July,
top
actually.
tower had a little
And
accident.
I watched him teach Mizkif like how to play TFT. And just seeing the way that he thought was just like
No breaking
was
through the
incredible. It
dire
was just, like, this
structures for
really
now.
kind guy, and you hear everybody say that. And I think seeing what happened in game
just invisible.
is something that he obviously deserved. But I think we obviously need to go a step further and make sure that nobody forgets the legacy that he left behind and everything that he fought for to make Twitch a better place. And I just think as a community we can all do better. And I hope that moving forward, it's not just that one event that you get to be a part of and you get to remember everything about him and different stuff. But I hope that we can actually move forward.
I think that we will. I've been seeing so many
The other fella's top tower won't be making trouble no more.
positive and less obnoxious and rude and judgmental and condescending. And I think obviously, like, it's not like this happened on this spot, but
That did it for the other fella's top rag.
really the best of the world.
Let's hope it doesn't come crashing back to normal in like 6 days time.
Yeah.
I think if they do that, you're gonna have every fucking viewer calling that out, be like, "Oh yeah, you said that you cared about this, and now you're just."
The
doing
other
same
fella's
exact
top
thing."
rags is done
They're
for.
still gonna keep calling that out. I think it is on the viewers to keep the you know, the communities clean, and like that's really one thing that I think everybody needs to understand is that you know, like,
Nothing
creating
left
a
of
good
the other
community
fella's
starts
mid-tower.
on an individual basis. It's streamers' responsibilities, yes. Be a good check. You know, laugh when you're supposed to laugh. Don't laugh whenever you're not supposed to laugh. You know, don't just be toxic and abusive.
It's everyone, right?
There
I mean,
goes
like,
one
the
of the
thing
other
is,
fellas
like, even
mid-towers.
I was somebody said something, I don't even know what it was, and like instantly you just go to like that toxic place where you're just like, I'm your bug. You know, and you start just spurting out and being toxic, and like McConnell's like,
The other fella's mid-rag.
and so it's like I think
like
everybody
that.
every now and then needs somebody to actually say, hey, be better, and you know that can come from chat. That can come from your mods, it can come from the community, like streamers
goes the other
can be
fella's
better, the
mid-rags.
community can be better, and we're all gonna try to make that change together.
I'm
Sounds more
excited.
like a you thing. I saw your live stream fails clip.
Snipe hunt.
Yeah,
Oh,
which one?
You lost
God.
your goddamn mind. I mean, No,
I wasn't actually mad.
Is this why I deleted all of his stuff?
Stop!
You know, I mean, somebody's setting the example in the chat. You know, lead by example.
I actually took like I needed a break for a while. I took the break
The
for a
other
while.
fella's bottom tower.
Yeah, look.
Fragments now.
I
The other
deleted
fella's
all the
bottom
gear
rags
on
gone for good.
quite a few of my characters. Yes, that is true. Which felt really good. That was actually what I needed. I needed to. Yeah. Wait, sorry. But yeah, I deleted all of the gear from my characters. And then I just played Divinity with O'Connell for a week straight. Like, you know.
Send me a drama story, Rich. Can you talk to it?
Dude, McConnell, he actually said this one thing.
The other
Brought
fella's
like,
lost a
incredible
mid-tower.
amount of clarity.
Showed him look
Incredible
good.
amount of peace. It was exactly what I needed in the conversation with Fred. He actually